Hi designers, I'm Anna Livermore, founder of V.Mora, where we help bring your fashion dreams to life by launching clothing lines and brands, patterns, samples, development, production, giving you everything that you need to have a successful launch. Today I'm talking about why it's so important to vet your factory before you waste $10,000 or more. I've heard horror stories from designers that have worked with a factory that wasn't a great fit. So today I'm talking about how you can vet your factory, what you can do to prevent this from happening, and warning signs along the way that you can look out for. Choosing the wrong factory can destroy a first-time designer. So it's really important. I say it's like a marriage, right? Hopefully the factory that you pick is going to be your factory for eternity, right? So it's like a marriage. You are going to be with your factory. You want to make sure that it's perfect, and you want to be careful of some warning signs up front that can maybe give you the idea that this won't be the right fit for you. When you talk to a new factory, you want to ask lead times. You want to see if they'll tell you other clients that they've worked with. Are they familiar with the type of product that you are launching? And you'll want to be familiar with the type of equipment needed for your product. So if you're doing activewear and you need a 5-thread serger or you need a cover stitch, you want to ask if they have those machines, and if they do, can you see them? I mean, if it's a local factory, can you see them? Is someone sitting on them? Are they being operated, or is it like covered with a sheet in the corner and may or may not be running, and people may or may not know how to use it in their factory? So you'll want to make sure that you know the type of equipment that's needed for your product, and that they have it, and that it's running, and someone knows how to operate it. You'll also want to talk about lead times, how long it will take for production, and what their capacity looks like at the moment, or when, let's say, you're looking to have your production done by fall, when do you need to have everything to them in order to have that production done in your timeline? Some warning signs when working with a new factory is you'll really want to pay attention to the communication. If you're sending emails and they're going unanswered, if you're making phone calls, if you're having a hard time communicating with them in the sampling process, because you will want to test samples before you just jump into production. If there's anything that you're identifying early on, it will usually show up more so in the production. So pay attention to lack of communication, misunderstandings, and then most importantly, this is most importantly, all production mistakes happen. Not all, a lot. A lot of the times mistakes happen. How do they handle that mistake? And are they willing to fix it? Do they get into solution mode versus like who to blame, whose fault is it, who's gonna pay for it? All of that is not a great way. Just like a marriage, you are going to fight, things are going to go wrong, but can you communicate through it and find a solution? That's what's really important with the factories that I work with. Yes, mistakes happen. There is a lot of things going on. Thread color, linings, buttons, buttonholes, interfacings. There's so much that goes into a production. It is rare that everything's perfect. Normally, things go wrong. But the factories that I work with will fix it, identify it, and move forward. And that's what's really important, is if there is going to be a mistake, are they going to work with you to fix the mistake, find a solution so that you can sell that product? Relationship transparency matters more than price. Yes, if a factory is going to charge you $3 a unit, you might think you found the Holy Grail. Normally, if the construction, or if there's lack of communication, miscommunication, or a production that you can't sell, it doesn't matter how much you spent on it, right? Like, you can't sell it. So price isn't always the only factor when choosing a manufacturer. You'll want to make sure that there is communication, transparency, that you trust them. So at V.Mora, I've been in the industry for 15 years, building and vetting and finding these factories. I know exactly the factory that can do 30 units or that can do 1,000 units, that does activewear, that does swimwear. If it's going to be locally, if it's going to be offshore, whatever it is, we work with you to pair you with a factory that we've worked with, that we've vetted, that we know can do what they say they're going to do. So it saves you, some of my resources, it took me 10 years to find them. So it literally saves you 10 years trying to find the right factories and going through over and over and over to try and find the right relationship while making costly mistakes. And, are you going to be able to survive that as a new designer? So working with V.Mora, we take care of all of that, make sure that you have a factory that can do what they say they can do at the price that you can afford it. And then we'll help manage that. We'll be there for pickups and drop-offs. We'll do quality control. We'll do, everything that's needed to help that production along so that you get a production that is sellable and the way you want it. I hope this helped as to why vetting a factory is so important and some red flags and things to pay attention to when you're interviewing a factory. As always, if you're interested in working with V.Mora, you can reach out and schedule a strategy session with me to get on my calendar and we can talk more.